afternoon. Hope you're well, choppers. Thank you for tuning in. Where are you watching me from this morning, this afternoon? NFP day today. We are not really trading NFP as like other traders out there. We have ways of doing things here. So yeah, let me know in the comment section what do you think about NFP today. Think you're gonna be bullish or bearish? Are we all going up or are we going down? Are we going up or are we going down? It'll be interesting to see today what will really happen. All right, I know what. I don't want to say I'm predicting, but I know what I think will happen. I'm gonna let you know as well. I'm gonna let you know what I think is gonna happen. You had a special request last week or on Wednesday. You said we want us to look at NFP together. So yeah, we are basically responding to the call. This is what you wanted to see. This is what you wanted to see. Right, family, I'm happy to be with you today. Let's trade. So yeah, in the next few minutes we're gonna be having NFP. So what I will want to do is that I want the NFP to hit and make my analysis from there, do some readjusting as well as reevaluation from where the price is going to take us to. I don't know, but by the look of things, when I'm looking at 1 hour chart here on the euro dollar, I think I've seen this before, and I wouldn't be surprised if we have a strong dollar. For those that were attending the 7 a.m. the commitment of traders class in the evening yesterday, those that are funded with Octa, we spoke about the British pound having so much momentum to the upside. We looked at Forex sentiments as well. We had something like 27% short. I'll just write S there. And we had something like 73%. No, we had. Let me start over. We had 73%. When you look at Forex sentiments, you had 73% of retail traders selling the euro dollar, and then you had 27% buying. So we tried to make sense of it yesterday or last night, that if we have 73% short and we have 27% long, right? The question will be, where will the market go? And I say for every buyer there's a seller. What will the market maker do in order for him to capitalize on this 73%? You already know the answer. And when we looked at the commitment of traders as well, where hedge funds, money managers, these big institutions, or non-commercial companies, what is it that they are currently doing? So we're looking at the current position on British pound USD, around 152,000 net long positions are still standing with the British pound USD, and they added something like 26,000 positions were added to the upside, and they also added 6,000 positions to the downside. So we are not really surprised by this bullish momentum that we see here. However, it will be very interesting to see what NFP will do today. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Please do me a favor. Share, like, and subscribe. Just do me that favor, choppers. We are on our way to 3,000. I believe we can hit 3,000 next week. 3,000 subscribers. Your channel is growing, choppers. Your channel is growing, so let's make it happen. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. All right, we have people from where today? Zimbabwe in the house. Port Elizabeth in the house. Tolly is saying that indices we are going up. Zimbabwe Traders Shares is saying I predict a weak dollar. Ethan is saying Nasdaq fire. Linda is saying gold up, dollar down. Lugolo is saying sell limits. I think short-term bullish on DXY to bearish, risk asset bearish to be bullish. Okay, so yeah, that's what you are thinking. What's my take on it? Well, when I'm looking at it from the 1 hour perspective, you can clearly see that we are having, I don't want to say that it's a mini trend or something like that, but you can clearly see that we are having a trend here. My only concern will be, and you know how I trade currency pairs, put my fib from the low to the highest point, current highest point I have now, my 786 will be there. So are we going to get this thing buying from here? It's a possibility, but for me, if I want to buy this thing, it will have to come to $1.10 if I want to buy to the upside, right? So yeah, maybe we might have a weak dollar or a strong dollar, but preferably, personally, I prefer a strong dollar. Reason being, there's a withdrawal I want to make, and I want to capitalize out of every cent there. So the strong dollar will take the USD ZAR up at least to 18 rands. Then I can have more money when I do withdraw. That's a personal preference, right? But remember, the market doesn't really respect your opinion or doesn't respect your feeling. That's how I feel and that's what I want. But it will never do as I want just because I want, right? So we'll just have to see. All right, we've got Cape Town in the house. Luandile, we've got Tando from Durban. Atula Cosmo saying gold buy full margin, targeting higher highs of all times. Wow, interesting. Watching from Johannesburg, good to see you, Muzi FX Pro. Good day. I think gold is going down. Right, so we've got people that are saying it's going up. People are saying it's going down, but I think this is what I'm gonna do. Let me do this for you to make things simple just before NFP hit. Let me not forget to thank our sponsor today, Okta. As you know, they are officially our sponsor for Market Madness Season 2. If you don't have an account, please click on the description. There's my link there. And use a promo code to trade with MJ for 100% bonus. If you also want mentorship, also you want some leadership qualities as well as coaching and some sessions on trading, join the funded group. What is the funded group? The funded group is a group of traders that are funded by Okta. It's a private group. So if you not funded by Okta, let me be careful what I say. They're funded with Okta, so they have made a deposit. Minimum deposit is $25. So those are the people that I work with on daily basis. So if you wanna join us, it's a very progressive group. Last night we had a very interesting session where we spoke about the COT data, right? I'm gonna do this here. Just be with you now. Right, you've got your poll there. Let me know. Let's see. Let's vote. Andy Jackson is watching from Johannesburg. Yanga Kwabe is watching from Eastern Cape. Yanga is seeing a strong dollar. Few minutes to go to NFP. So remember, this is a monthly report that you normally have, right? So basically, NFP estimates the number of jobs gained in the US. So, but there are certain sectors that are excluded here. The non-farms, jobs that are in the farming industry, private households, and non-profit organizations. Those are the sectors that are excluded on the NFP. So yeah, let's see if they are going to reach their target. They are targeting 164,000 jobs. Let's see if maybe they will gain these jobs, right? 164 from the previous 114. It will be very interesting to see if they will reach 164. So if the number here comes and it's lower than 164, we're gonna see a weak dollar. If it's higher, then we're gonna see a strong dollar, possibly. Remember, again, it doesn't really matter. Sometimes I think we also had this with you one time. We're streaming where the news came out negative, but the dollar was still strong. So yeah, but for those that are doing instant execution, this will work for you because you are merely taking advantage of those small points after execution. So yeah, for those that are swinging, this does not really bother you. Sirius was asking what's my view on the NFP. Well, preferably we go down to $1.10, $1.10.87. I will want to buy the euro dollar. I would really want to buy the euro dollar. Okay, if it does buy here, it's okay, but I'm bullish. But here, I prefer buying here rather than here on my 786, $1.10.87, right? That's why I prefer buying this thing. If it does buy here, it's a good thing. But if it's negative, my structure is going to work out nicely the way I want it. Because think about it, if it's negative, right? Or if it's positive rather. If it's positive, it comes down. We are expecting it to come down if it's positive, right? Then it's gonna come by my 786, which is my retracement price, $1.10.87. Then I can have my execution, right? So as much as I wanna be bullish on it, I would want it to be positive, but still, even if it's positive, I can still take my buys. Okay, so if you just joined us, we haven't had our analysis as yet. We don't have our analysis as yet. We're waiting for NFP to hit. Tando is already in. Tando is already in. $1.10.73. Take profit $1.11. So you're coming from 110 to 111. That will be very interesting to see, Tando. Let's see how many of you are already in on NFP. Let me know in the comment section if you are already in. Let me know. And is thinking yes, declared is a buy. So according to our polls, people are thinking that we are going up on the on NFP. So if you are saying we are going up, basically saying the dollar index. I think even the way I asked the question there, it's not in the nicest way, because if you are saying we are going up, then you are saying strong or weak. Or rather, I think I'm gonna rephrase the question again. Once again, if you just join us, don't forget to subscribe and like. Subscribe and like. Noko already saying it's in on a British pound USD for a buy. So Noko is basically saying NFP will be strong, weak. Noko wants the British pound to be weak. Gold is saying gold and euro dollar gonna sell. So can you see that within our community here, people that are streaming with us, there's people that have different opinions, different views about NFP, and sometimes it does not really matter what you see, as long as you are in line with the strategy number one, and you have protected yourself in terms of where you want to put your stop loss and what are your targets. Because like I told you last time, running the trading floor for years, I've seen people enter one pair, different positions. One enters buy, one enters sell. They both come up with a loss. It's highly possible. It's highly possible. Rory is saying buying DXY, gold, long-term bearish. Kanyisile is saying I see that gold will sell. Yeah. Let's have a look at gold. So if gold is selling, we are basically saying that euro dollar will be, the dollar will be strong, right? We have like 7 minutes to go until the NFP hits. At the same time, we have employment change and an unemployment rate on the Canadian dollar. Right. I'm gonna go to 5 minutes. I wanna see something. If you look at where we are in terms of the fixed range volume, point of control is currently trading at $1.11. So currently we are below that. So if we are below $1.11, then those that are selling or you've already sold, it makes sense. But if you're not in a trade as yet, you know that you might have a stumbling block around $1.11. Yeah, $1.11, 11 cents 10. Right, this is where you can have your stumbling block. Okay, so let's see. All right, so a lot of you are saying strong dollar. Most of you are saying 61% of the people that are streaming with us are saying we are seeing a strong dollar, and a weak dollar is 41%. Right, again, ladies and gentlemen, don't use this poll here to enter, right? Because I know traders are always capitalizing on information that is not intended to give financial advice, right? So just because you see 60 people buying and 40% selling, don't take this as a financial advice. Do your own analysis. Check what is happening with your own analysis, right? Don't just jump in. Don't just jump in. What are your analysis? What is your analysis telling you? That's the question that you need to ask yourself. What is your analysis telling you? We are a few minutes away from NFP Right, for those that are inside, all the best to you. Don't forget to like. Please don't forget to like. Just click that like there. It's just a small button that you click, right? It's like this. It's a thumbs up. Just click on it. Sirius was asking me, Mr. MJ. So my question is: are you going to enter before the news release or after the move has already played out? Yeah. Sirius, so you know how I feel about news release, right? Like I say, I have utmost respect for people that trade just before the news are released. I have so much respect for them, but with me, it's not my type of play. I don't play like that, right? There are many reasons why. Like I said, it's also depending on the type of broker you have. Some brokers during the news release, when you try to close your trade, it doesn't close at all. Some it even goes beyond. If you have your stop loss on $20 or your TP on $20, it goes beyond there. So with my personal experience, I've been through a lot in that regard. That's why I always do reevaluation after NFP hit. What I usually like doing is that if I have a rejection, right, after NFP, if I have a rejection, maybe we had a very big bullish candlestick here, and all of a sudden we have something like this, right? Candle just goes with a rejection from nowhere, right? Normally what I like doing, I like looking at a lower time frame to see if I can fill up the wick. Then I can execute a buy. Short term, just put my stop loss just below this and take advantage of all the points there. That's when now I'm trading lower time frame after the news have been released. Okay. We have 2 minutes to go. We haven't looked at heat map. Okay, and by the way, ladies and gentlemen, the stream might be like few seconds behind. So when when this hits, you might not see it on my chart, but on your chart it might be released at that time because the stream is just like few minutes behind. I know it's live, but few seconds. I mean, not minutes. Few seconds behind. Right, according to the heat map, the dollar is fairly okay. And I think I'm just gonna get away from this because NFP is about to hit now. It does not really matter, okay, but I still have some time. The dollar is fair, it's standing on ground. You've got the euro as well standing on ground. So yeah, the dollar and the euro almost the same. The strongest today again is the Japanese, and the weakest today is the New Zealand dollar, right? So yeah, let's see what happens. Choppers, all the best to you that have entered positions. All the best to you, choppers. Let's see. Few seconds to go. Please don't listen to anyone on the comment section that tells you what to do. Trade your own strategy. If you follow them, you are doing it at your own accord, at your own risk. Right, NFP is about to hit in the next few seconds now. Are we having a bullish NFP or a negative one? I'm on the DXY 15 minutes. Let's see. There we go. There we go. positive. We're having a positive NFP. There's that spike there, finding spike. Look at that. We just rejected like nobody's business on that NFP. So this is a pump and dump. Look at that. Look at this, the spike that we had there. Something like 17 points to the upside, and we are now going to the downside like crazy. We are now going to the downside like crazy. The euro dollar. Look at the euro dollar. Look at the euro dollar. Look at the euro dollar. Goes back to what I was saying. We hit 786. What happens once we hit the 786? I will want to buy to the upside. Right? So yeah, this is a pump and dump, man. That's why I don't like news. That's why I don't like news. That's why I don't like news. Look at that. That thing is flying, man. So my take on this was to buy around this area. But there was no way I was going to execute here during that time news were released. There was no way on earth I was going to execute. And in which price was I going to be executed on? If I wanted to buy at $1.10.87, by then I don't think I will be filled. By then I don't think I'll be filled. So if you bought and you sold, there are two things that are happening there, man. If let's say you bought at this area here, or you have pending orders, right? People that are trading pending orders. You've got a buy order there, a sell order there, right? You are filled. Either way you are filled. So it takes you in here. This one closes, and look at what it's doing now. Right, so I think it's Tidiso who was asking me if I'm gonna play with it before or not. That's why I don't trade the news. That's why I don't trade the news. Oratile hit TP with gold. Please let us know. Those who entered, please give us your results. We would love to know your results. Those that are trading news release, we would love to know your results. Let's see what is happening with the British pound USD. Same thing. Look, if like I said, I would want to buy at that area there. I could have maybe been stopped out by spread here, right? And there was no way I was gonna be filled at the price I wanted. I don't think I was gonna get that $1.31.62, right? During the news, there was no way. There was really no way. Andy Jackson is still holding USD CAD. A buy. Let's see what is happening with CAD. Do I even have it here? We haven't looked at Nasdaq. We haven't looked at gold. It'll be interesting to see what is happening also with gold. Back to $2,524 an ounce, right? So yeah, what's my take on gold? If this price holds this level, I'm anticipating that it doesn't hold. The break above reaches 2,500. I'm all in for a buy. I'm looking for something like this to the upside. Right, this is what I'm looking at on gold. Haman say GJ, I just hit 100 pips with the news. Wow, that's impressive. 100 pips with the news. Moose is saying, damn, my anticipation to sell gold was right, but I blew due to the spark. Muzi, let me tell you something. For me, this type of trading it's working here to some people, but I'm just talking about my own personal opinion, right? For me, it was not sustainable. You make money this week, you make money this NFP, you lose it the next one. Look at you right now, you blew. And trading is not about being right, my brother, or wrong. It's really not about you are a risk manager. In other words, as a trader, you are a risk manager. You are basically adjusting and managing risk. So what happened with you is that, yeah, you might have this feeling that you are right. Yeah, you are right, but now the account is blown, right? So it's just learn how to manage your risk. You are going to enjoy this business if you do that. You are really going to enjoy this business. All right, gold break above, retest 2,524.25, and I'm all in. Yeah, Heman, I agree with you. Sometimes just avoid the news. You can't be like, for me, and I don't want to use the word, like I said, I come on this platform. I don't want, we have a way as traders of making others feel as if what they are doing is wrong, right? Or what we are doing is best, like better than others. And I really don't want our community to be about that. I respect everyone that is here. I respect every trader that is here. So it's their way of doing things. And I would often say to you, it's just my opinion. I don't like trading news because of my past experience. You might like it. Maybe it works for you, right? Like Haman is saying, sometimes avoid the news. You can't be lucky every day. But some people, maybe they are lucky every day. And if it works for them, they must just continue with the system that is working. Remember, all of us here are just trying to look for a system that can really put money on the table, and we can provide for our families. That's it, man. So for me, it felt like I was not sustained, because I would win, I would lose, I would win, I would lose, and I wouldn't really know what I'm doing. Okay, Nasdaq. Those that are in the 7 a.m. club, you know that we've been looking to sell Nasdaq at 19,000. There's a sell here. By now, you could have hit your TP. And for those that were attending the stream with us on Wednesday, US 30, I told you that I'm looking for selling opportunities on US 30. You still remember the 40,000 I spoke about? I told you that I break below, retest 40,000. I'm all in for a sell. Look at that sell there. Came nicely. If you are attending the stream or you are in the 7 a.m. club, you know that this was a well-analyzed trade on US 30. You could have had it on 1 hour. You could have had your 1:2 nicely there to the downside. So currently back to the entry point, 40,000. So my drill on this, and I was not really disagreeing with the people that were saying let's buy US 30. I was just saying, before you can think of buying US 30, you are trading at the all-time high, trading at 41,500. You have never been at that price before. What tends to happen is that you have a lot of volume of people trying to take this to the all-time high, even make it even higher, right? But then for every buyer, there must be a seller. And the market somewhere, somehow cannot just go up like it wants to. It has to breathe a bit. And I was saying that for me to look for a breathing space, 40,000 break and retest 40,000, I can look to go to the downside, right? Now, currently, we have done exactly how we have anticipated. What will be my take on this? more or less the same as gold, meaning to say this price for me has some juice. If you take your fixed range to where we are now, point of control is at 41,010. This is where we have our point of control. Anything that will break above 40,084, I can be looking for the buy side just because of the news, right? If I break retest, I can go to the upside just because of the news. Okay, so yeah, euro dollar, I told you that I'm bullish, but that doesn't mean that I'm bullish just because I was anticipating a euro dollar buy. Again, Forex sentiments. What are Forex sentiments? 73%. Remember what I said before this when we started with the stream. 73% of retail traders are currently holding selling opportunities or a sell on euro dollar, and 27% they are buying, right? If institutions, they will want to make money. And on the other hand, when you look at the commitment of traders, you have something like 180 something positions that are committed on the euro dollar and the British pound currently. On the British pound, they added 26,000 positions to the upside and also added 6,000 positions to the upside. Now, it's Forex retail sentiments versus COT data, right? So obviously the market maker will want to go for the 73%, as easy as that, right? As easy as that. They're gonna go for that 73%. Hence my analysis when we started the stream, when I say I'm bullish on the euro dollar, it simply means that fundamentally so, or let me not even say order flow wise, something I was looking at, as well as technically I was looking at buying at $1.10.85 because of this 786 here to the upside. Mampuri said, Mr. President, please remind me what report do you read to make gold speculations? I use the same thing. I use the COT data. I use the same thing. I'll show you now. But for those that were attending yesterday's or last night's session about the COT data, you saw that it's whack. It's whack. You have to look at least 4 weeks worth of data. 4 weeks worth of data for you to know what to do, right? Normally go on Chicago Mercantile Exchange, short format always. So I use the same. This is the British pound I was telling you guys about. 152,000 buying, right? Where do you think that buy is coming from? 152,000 buying, 62,000 positions selling. From this week, the 20th of this month, they added 26,000, 4,000 positions added on the sell side. We've got 55% of open interest, right? If you take your long minus your shorts, then you have net positions. Now your net positions, if it's positive, then you're expecting that particular currency to be positive. I don't want to get too much into details about this because there's a class that I normally run about this. Is absolutely free, right? All of these things that I'm showing you, it's free. Like I said, you just need to join the Choppers fund with Octa. Get on our private group, and we're gonna show you how these things work. S&P is also there. Your South African favorite is also there. USD ZAR, I think I saw it somewhere. Bitcoin is also there. 25,000 positions to the upside, 25,000 positions to the downside. This cancels out each other, right? 25. Then when you find Bitcoin consolidating, you wouldn't be surprised. You also have a micro Bitcoin there. S&P is there. Energy index is also there. So most of these things, man, they are here. If you know how to read this thing, and for those that are trading long term, swing traders, this is your best friend. Nasdaq is also there. Look at Nasdaq. We've got 63,000 positions on a buy, 42,000 positions on a sell. We added 9,854 positions to the upside, and only added 181. What does it tell you? I wouldn't be surprised if Nasdaq goes back to 20,000. I kid you not. I wouldn't be surprised if Nasdaq goes to 20,000. If we go back to 20,000, I won't be surprised. We came from 20,000 from this level here. And we are using the same report to figure out if we're going to go back to 20,000. So I wouldn't be surprised if we go back there. I would really not be surprised. Okay. Let's look at our NFP. How is it going so far? Will we be experiencing a continuation to the upside? Well, I don't know. On the 1 hour, if we have a spike, it'll be interesting to see. Because we've got a spike from the downside, a spike also on the upside. It'll be interesting to see. So yeah, Koroshi, I use the same thing, COT data. The website is www.cftc.gov. Now is on a euro dollar buy. Smashed it with the buy there. Still waiting for my gold for a buy. I need to break above because this looks like a key level. This looks like a very powerful key significant area. 2,526. Right. Point of control. 2,515. This is where we have our point of control. So it will make sense since I'm above my point of control. Beg, retest, and buy there. Right, we haven't looked at the WTI, crude. What is happening with crude? Okay, so crude, for those again that are in the 7 a.m., we wanted to sell crude when we break below and we retested $74 per barrel. This is where we wanted to take our sell short positions to the downside. Currently trading at $69 per barrel. It'll be interesting to see, are we going back to the 70s? Before I think we can go back to the 70s, for me this will be pretty much easy. If I take my fixed range, since we are currently trading at $69 per barrel, I would actually want to see if we break above it, retest it. Maybe on 15 minutes we might get some bit of juice to buy this thing to the upside, but I'm also gonna be cautious of the fact that this is consolidation. If I put my box here, I'm consolidating here, so I need to break, retest maybe $70 per barrel, then I can take it to the upside. But anything that will come below that $69 per barrel, then I can look to go to the downside. Let me add it on my watch list as well. So that's WTI. You would see me go time to time to the euro dollar because I really want to get a position there. I really want to get a position there. And gold as well. I need to break above, retest for me to buy. I cannot buy now. I think buying now will be premature. If I buy now and I have this key significant area, this shows you that all these times we are going down. Now if I buy now, it wouldn't make sense. So I need to break, retest and go to the upside. I think that's a more sensible decision to make than to just buy at resistance. Confirmation for me is to buy it. Remember, the way in which I trade Forex and the way I trade indices is different, extremely different. Bitcoin, as you know, that I've been waiting for a break above 60,000. I need to break above 60,000 for me to look for positions on Bitcoin. Currently trading at 56,000. There's nothing there for me. This is where I would have my 60,000, and according to the fixed range, 59,014 is our point of control, but still I would want to be above this for me to go to the upside. German, we haven't looked at German today. German is just playing around. 18,500 looks like it's a position. It's a price that is holding currently. Maybe we might expect some juice to the upside. On 4 hours, we close above 18,500 or 18,600. We can be looking to go to the upside. Okay, my concern with it is I feel like we are still on a consolidation zone. So breaking above this level, retest 18,600 would make sense. This is an example I made with the 7 a.m. club. So yeah, I think that's one thing I can focus on now. Right. Nasdaq. Again, how can we approach this Nasdaq? We have now entered 18,800. If we want to be bullish on it, 15 minutes maybe. If this is our ABC pattern, we have switched over on from an upward trend to a downward trend. A break above this level here. Let me try to have a clean chart on this. If we break above this level, retest back to 18,500, maybe we can look for buying opportunities there with this rejection candle there. Right, only if we have a nice retest. Again, where are we in terms of point of control? Point of control is around 18,900. Break above it, we're all good for a buy. But anything that will be below 18,800, then we can still look for this thing to go to the downside. Right, if it does break below 18,800. But since we are above it, currently trading at our point of control, I think it will make sense to go to the upside. I'm still looking for a position on the euro dollar.